Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Frida here, and today we're going to be discussing Pacific Rim 2, aka Pacific Rim Uprising. The first Pacific Rim I wasn't really that into. I thought for a big giant robot movie, it took itself way too seriously. But I don't know if it's because my expectations were like way low, but I actually enjoyed this film, and I'll explain why. You guys just stay tuned. The film is directed by Stephen DeKnight, and when I saw that I got really excited. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Spartacus, but if you haven't, you should treat yourself. You just got to get past the first couple of episodes, but once you're past that, it's fantastic. It's so much fun. And so when I saw that, I was excited because I was like, okay, at least this time around, we're going to get a little bit more action. And then we're also getting John Boyega. And what John Boyega can bring to this film that the first one didn't have is kind of like this sense of light fun. He's a very charismatic person, and I think one of the things, again, that the first film was missing is like it's just so serious. And I think John Boyega really brings that level of fun that the first film was missing. So the overall story, it depends on you if it matters or not, because I think if you go see this movie, it's just to see giant robots beating each other up, but basically it's more robots kicking robots' butt and more robots killing kaiju. So if you're into that and you're into that story, that's where we're at. So you would think that John Boyega's character, Jake, would want to follow in his dad's footsteps and be a leader, but instead he kind of wants to do his own thing, and he is the opposite of his dad. So he's a thief, he goes and he steals Jaeger parts, and that's where he finds the other main character, Amara, and she's like a 15-year-old girl who goes and she builds her own Jaegers. And so when they're both on the heist, because they're trying to find the same part, and they run into each other, and that's when they're caught by the police, unfortunately. And so they're both arrested, and we run into Mako, who's still in the military from the first film, and who's John Boyega's sister. And she tells Jake, like, look, you can either go to jail, I can't bail you out anymore, you're trouble, or you can come and train the new recruits and make something out of your life. And John Boyega, of course, decides not to be in jail, and he decides to train the new recruits, which includes Amara, because Amara is a very talented girl. She builds her own Jaegers, like, she's amazing. And so that's how our story continues. So overall, the things that I really liked about this film is I liked, again, that we got a lot more action. Like, my problem always with the Transformers movies is I think that they look really cool. They're too long, but I think they look really cool, and the special effects are fantastic, but I never really know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what CGI robot's doing to what CGI robot, and I appreciated that about this film. That I knew who was fighting who. I liked the way things look. I had the opportunity to see this in 3D because I got my movie pass times wrong, and I was like, well, I'm already here, I'll see this in 3D. And it looked really good. I don't know if it added to my overall experience, but it looked good in 3D. I thought the special effects were great. It wasn't distracting at all. I thought the effects were really well done, and how the robots were shot and how the action happened. It wasn't just action just to have a bunch of crap going on the screen. Like, it was engaging, and I really liked the action. I also liked the characters. I think that I connected to them a little bit more than the last film, like the kind of bickering between Jake and Nate. Nate is played by Scott Eastwood, and they were recruits when they were younger, and so they kind of constantly butt heads, and I enjoyed that. I thought Amara's character was really cool. I enjoyed watching them on screen. Some of the cadets, like the acting wasn't fantastic, but I know what I'm gonna get. I know what I'm gonna get from a big robot movie. Another good thing that I liked about the film was Amara, who's played by Kaylee Spaney. I thought she was great. I mean, she had dialogue that wasn't fantastic, but she really brought depth to the film. There was a point where we kind of found out about what happened to her family, and it's very sad, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, in this moment, I really felt for her, and that's her as an actress. That's not the script, and I can't wait to see her in more. I think we're going to see her in more because her line delivery, her facial expressions, like she was really nice to watch. She was a nice addition to the film, and I think she was really, to me, she outshined John Boyega. So I look forward to seeing her more. So some of the things that I didn't like, I thought some of the humor was off. As much as I enjoyed the characters and what they brought to the screen, there were moments where they let John Boyega go too far in John Boyega. That was the thing. It was like, it was Jake on screen, but I really felt like I was just watching John Boyega being allowed to do what he wants to do. And I didn't think that they allowed him to, sometimes you got to push back a little bit. There's only a few people who have enough charisma, kind of like Will Smith, to be able to keep those lines going and keep the improv going. And I thought the script was a little clunky in times, like the jokes didn't land. And so for me, that wasn't great. Overall, I would give it a 6 out of 10. The story was just okay. The dialogue was clunky. The jokes really weren't that funny. The action looked great. So if you want to go just to see the action, because it had way more action than the first one, then you guys should go check it out. Other than that, you should just rent it. Thanks so much for watching my review. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell me your thoughts, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time on my next review. Other than that, have a great day and see you soon.